and to eat things they don't fancy is never easy. Matthew Dale, East Midlands Today.
Now for the latest in our Far-Flung Viewers series. All this week we're meeting people from the East Midlands who've emigrated to see how a change in country has transformed their lives.
Although many of us, of course, dream of leaving the wet weather behind, some people leave dear old Blighty for entirely different reasons. Here's Colin.
Yes, welcome back to the coast just along from Nerja in southern Spain, and proof positive that even the costas have their grey days. But then, not every one of our far-flung viewers has gone chasing the sun. Did you know, for example, that over 6,000 Britons every year leave the country to go and live and work in China? And Neil Bowser was one of them. He's taken his family off to Shanghai. And even though he is 6,000 miles away from home, he's managed to find plenty of people who've swapped the East Midlands for the Far East.
Weekend walks used to be in Leicester's Abbey Park. Now Anil Bowser and his wife Irvi and 16-month-old daughter Kaya take them along the waterfront in Shanghai's fashionable Pudong district. Anil came to Shanghai for a 3-year career move, but both he and his wife were keen to take up the chance for a whole new cultural experience as well.
There's so much boom, so many people are talking about China at the moment, and for me, I thought it'd be good to experience an economy which is developing at the moment.
The reason I want to come here is just to experience Shanghai, because China is happening, and I don't want to miss out. And with my job, I couldn't move. With my husband's job, I can move. So I said, why not?
Morning all. How's it going? How's your weekend?
Yeah, fine.
Anil is project managing a team which is designing the seats for the new Chinese version of the Ford Fiesta to be launched next year. Although he finds it frustrating that meetings take twice as long than in the UK, he's impressed by the work ethic.
The Chinese are very hard-working. I've regularly find that they're in on the weekends or they're working very, very late, just to make sure that the deliverable is actually met. I think here, you know, you have to adopt the philosophy of spending more time with your colleagues to ensure that they actually deliver the product, as opposed to saying something and forgetting about it, like I would do in the UK.
With her excellent grasp of Mandarin, Irvi's patients have no trouble understanding her. She was keen to continue practicing as a dentist, but was in for a bit of a shock.
Working here and compared to UK is not that much difference as compared to dentistry point of view. But the financial point of view, it's a huge cutback for me. It's about 80% cutback.
For the Bowsers, home is a luxury apartment on the 22nd floor of a block that goes up 60 stories. Like many expats, the apartment is part of the package thrown in by the company. It comes complete with stunning views of Shanghai and a nanny known as an IE who takes care of all the childcare, cooking and cleaning. Shanghai has a thriving expat community. O'Malley's Bar and Restaurant is a popular meeting place for the Brits Abroad Club. On the menu, reminders of home and a chance to feel at home in a bewildering city.
Well, here at O'Malley's, Neil and Irvi really are at home, because everywhere you look, there are people from the East Midlands here.
Wendy Shoesmith is a nurse from Swanwick. Her husband has been posted to China by Bombardier, the Derby train makers. Same goes for Liz Davis from Milford in Derbyshire. And Bev Boyle from Northamptonshire has a list of what she misses back home.
A newspaper, a magazine.
How about East Midlands Today?
I haven't got to that yet. East Midlands Today.
The country's great, the people are really friendly here, once you can try and speak a little bit of Chinese. But you do need to do that.
I don't know what I expected when I came to Shanghai, but this wasn't it. I don't know what I thought it was going to be, but I lived the life of Riley, whoever he was, and I love it.
Like all expats, Anil misses his family the most back home in Leicester. But hooking up via a webcam helps close the 6,000-mile gap.
Dad, what's the weather like in Leicester at the moment?
The weather is nice, but it's a bit cold.
Shanghai is a city which glitters with possibilities and rewards for those who've gone east.
I'm really glad that we've actually made the move. You know, it's a good opportunity, and I think the family are enjoying it. So they've settled in pretty well, and we're all happy that we've made the move.
Quentin Rayner there with the Bowser family in Shanghai. Now, the expats who live here in Spain are partly here because they're pretty much guaranteed sunny, warm weather most of the year round. Rather different in Shanghai. Winter runs from November to March, rarely gets cold enough to snow. In summer, the temperatures rise up to a sticky 32 degrees Celsius. And the cost of living in Shanghai is really expensive too. I mean, renting a two-bed apartment, for example, will set you back about double what it would cost in the East Midlands, £1,200 a month. And workers don't get paid terribly much. 70p an hour is the average wage. Skilled workers get a bit more than that, and that's considered a pretty good wage all round. And some things are a little bit bizarre. Cereal's really expensive. I mean, you can pay £3 for 12 Weetabix, but you can get an all-wool, tailor-made suit for just £40. Now, join us tomorrow on our Far-Flung Viewers, when we're going to be making our way off to Turkey for a couple and a family who set up a new life on the open water.
And Colin's hairy legs, free, gratis and for nothing.
Perhaps needed a warning, though. Time now for sport. Here's Natalie.
Thank you and good evening. We start with cricket, and there was disappointment